Okay, how to light a fire. So all I've done here, we're in Australia if you're foreign. Sorry, you're not foreign, you're in your own country. If you're not familiar, you can always get eucalyptus leaves to light a fire. They're full of oil. This is why we've got such dangerous bushfires. So use the oil. It's actually grass growing here. So I've just gathered up some rocks. Oh, and scrape the leaves off the top, not off the underneath, because they're the wet ones. It looks like it's going to rain. And then you just light the leaves. I've just got leaves, so I've put layers of sticks, leaves, layers of sticks, leaves, layers of sticks. So it'll start off a bit smoky, because it's damp. Once this, I try to use the natural hardwoods growing around, because it burns hard. Sorry, it burns hot and no smoke. So this is shower after it's been already pre-burnt. It's good if it's rotted and a bit burnt, because it's going to burn. Flames are going to get through it. It's going to take off. So look, this is all. This is in winter. It's the first month of winter in Australia, and it's been raining. And this is how dry these leaves are. Bit of sun. They're already starting to dry and they already get a fire going. We're just going to get that hot plate hot. So, talking about essentials of camping, my number one essential to go camping, which I'll go get, got to have these. These are the best things I discovered since having kids. You know what these are? Refresher wipes, or as for kids are known as little wipes. Oh, that one shouldn't be in there, but I don't normally make, it's not a good one to have left in there. So obviously what they are and what they do, take them camping all the time, because you can use them for anything. You can use them to clean your dishes, you can use them to have a shower if you want. A quick clean up. I can pretty much use these for everything and not even have to use water for drinking. Like cleaning your dishes with them, and then getting them home if you want. They should be right cleaned anyway, but you can put them in the dishwasher or wash them again, just so it's not such an effort. And obviously refreshers can be used for anything. So that's one essential. While that's smoking, I'm going to do my window up. The other thing I find is an essential, because I try to minimise my camping gear, so I can just get in the car, chuck a swag in, chuck a few things in and go. I just picked up a little Waco retro style fridge. It's not like the proper car fridge freezers, but it's good enough just to keep beers cold for the night. And a swag is essential. Rather than tents, you just roll it out, sleep in it, roll it up and go. That's what I'm trying to do, avoid all the fancy gear and the stuff. And one of the other essentials I was trying to think of, you've always obviously got to have the obvious. I see people go camping a lot here in Australia, and they've got to have like crates and crates and crates of stuff packed up. They might as well just take the whole house. I just like to be able to get there, roll out, go the next morning, no packing things up, quick clean up, everything like that. For a shower, if I'm out for a few days, I've just got a 12-volt shower, and I have a pot, a boil of water up, and then just mix that with a bit of hot and cold, and then have a camp shower that way. So this is going to be might be a bit slow to burn because of the wood damp. I did cut some really nice wood too. Should have used that. once it gets hot, it'll be fired up. So we're just going to try and get it going. And some more twigs, more twigs. Twigs are generally dry. Lots of twigs everywhere. It is burning down there though, it's just drying out though. Problem with too many leaves is they start to smother the fire. That's what you've got to be careful of. Once these twigs take off, it should be all on for young and old, as the saying goes. And dry out the wood. Try and find a bit more dry jarrah. Some hanging up in the air. I had to choose a spot where there's no wood in a bush, otherwise I've got to walk a mile and find it. Stuff that's ready to just chuck on, dry. And there we go, twigs are going up. Let's have a look. I've got some Banksia now. Banksia Ray Woody Eye, whatever it's called. So it's not a very good example of jarrah. That Banksia should burn well. Dry. Trying to avoid a lot of smoke and get it going. Banksia Ray Woody Eye, I think it's called. I'm going to find a nice piece of jarrah. I'm going to go and get a piece of jarrah out the back of my car as an example of good firewood. Alright, so this is Eucalyptus marginata, jarrah, hardwood, Australia tree. Alright. You see that? No, you can't see that. I don't know if there's a closer. Let me hold it up to the camera. It's been cut up after it's been in bushfire. So it's got that nice red, beautiful smell to it. So we use that wood. It's always red in the centre. And it's got the crack in it, which means that it's nice and dry, ready to chop up with firewood. For firewood, it will cut easy, but it burns slow and hot. That's probably our best firewood we got here. Oh, and the main thing is not much ash. That's the main thing to mention, not much ash. So the stuff I'm finding on the ground's been half burnt, rotted and stuff like that. So if I had that broken up, that would be crispy and crackling as it burns. So I'm just trying to find a bit of dry stuff now. Piece I snapped off the tree here. Was it? No, I've already put it in there. Alright, so it's starting to take off now. Then we'll start putting our food oil on. Ow! Okay. Get it nice and warm. Got a half burnt wood. So that gets going. I wonder if I can pop that up a bit more. Because all the oil's gone. Oh, it should be alright. Oh no. I should have made that a bit flatter. So I'm going to cook chips on there, but that should be alright. I wonder if I can just get a rock and lift that up. Just make it a bit leveler. Yeah, it's on that angle, isn't it? That should be right. Good enough. Just the back's a bit higher. Pop that up. And some smaller rocks. I'm blaming you can start to do. You had to fall out, didn't you? I've already had one burn this week with the kettle, but not another one. Maybe that'll be alright. I don't know why I do that. I pick up a bit of wood and go straight on the fire. I think there's a motorbike looking for me. And it's quite stupid because he doesn't realise I've cut my way through this area and you can't find me. So the tracks that he's looking for, he thinks I'm close by because of the sound I've been making. But he's going the complete wrong way. Instead of coming from the south, he's coming from the north, and I've come from the south and cut my way through. It's quite funny. You get these farmers that don't know who's out there in the other farming properties, forest, and they start panicking and looking around when they hear a bit of noise. We're about to start cooking in a minute. Okay, let's get this hot because that's going to go flat. So break up some more Banksia. Banksia nuts in Australia, dime a dozen, get them anywhere. But at the same time, they sell them in England, I see, for like 30 odd pound, which is like $100 I think, close to. And we just chuck them on the ground. They're fun to burn in fires because they shape turn to ash in the shape that they went in. And then you just push them and they all break up. So I'm going to start cleaning that. It should be hot enough to clean. Realistically, the whole idea is to get it hot first and then let the fire calm down. That way it's hot enough to clean. Now to clean these, you don't need all the other crap. You just need, should have brought a bigger spatula. Should have brought a bigger spat. It's going to create a bit of smoke. Yeah, what I should have done was bring a bigger spat. Oh, this one's melting. I thought this would be alright. I've got one in my car. And what the best thing I find to use is... this is melting. This is useless. I've got one in my car, I'm going to have to fish it out. Okay, paint scraper. Paint scraper. That's what? First thing ever. You don't use a plastic one on a hot plate. Oh God, it's really being a bit thick now. Usually quite simple. Not slow. Because I've got the camera going. So look, it wouldn't matter if you found one of these out in the bush, forest, whatever you want to call it. Once you've cooked, heated up, put some oil on it, scraped it off, it's pretty much sterile. Unless, you know, paint all over it or something like that. They're going to be sterile. This one I know, it's just been sitting at the back of a shed of mine. So that doesn't matter. I don't ever really clean them much after I'm finished with them because I like to leave the oil on them. It's to do with taste and rust prevention. This is really hot, so I wanted to get it hot. I've achieved that. Let that burn. Now I want to try propping it up. Usually that's... Find the rot. I think you've got to allow a really good bit of time when you go camping. Still too hot. Not too hot though. I know what I'm going to do. Should have done it at one point. What was that? Now there's a splinter in it. Just using it for firewood, and it's got a it's got splinters in it. It's worse than trying to get a table straight. I have to bring a split. One will move, the other one will move. Right, that should just jack it for now. Right. Got a big splinter going through my glove. Got it. No. It's stuck in there. Alright, let's get the food. So, should have brought myself a little table thing, but I didn't. This was just a rough setup today. So that's there. Take this glove off. That's corn. This is oil. About 5 go. Not fire, oil. Potato. onion. Onion. And next thing I need is sprinkle. Sausage. Kebab. Steak. Solid steak. Here's the sausage too. Oh. See if I've got anything else here. I've also got some wings. Only want a couple. Well, it's more than a couple. Oh, yeah. Whoa! Remember that. When you're cooking, remember the hot oil. Remember the chicken. Remember the onion. Remember the fuel. Oh, burning. Turn those sausages. Turn that corn. Turn that steak. The perfect cooking temperature here. But we've got to add one more thing on there because it hasn't ended. No, still got that. So, got some beer too. So we got, what have we got here? Pirate Life IPA. Look at that, 6.8%, nearly 7% of cans. But it's nice beer. That is nice. The only problem is, good thing I brought the cloth. This is only for me, so it doesn't have to be squeaky neat, clean cooking. Oh, look at that. Teriyaki. Must be hotter down there then. Yummy sausage, yummy sausage. Look at that. Beer and barbecue, what else? Make sure a centipede don't fall in the glove. Oh, don't kick ash all over it. That's the smartest thing to do. So if you're worrying about my camera quality, with the camera quality, it's a JVC Enviro camera. I've been trying to kill it. So it's only like a 720 pixel. It was brought back in 2003 and it just does not die. So if you ever want to buy a video camera, buy a JVC. And this IPA, this 6.8% beer. Didn't even bring any else for it. So this is my table slash kitchen plate, dinner plate, because I forgot a plate. I always forget something important. I feel sorry for the foxes that hang around at night, because I smell all this food. I might leave them some onion to eat. You've got to use what you've got to use. That's the fun thing about rough camping. That's the fun thing about it. I'll chuck some more sticks in because it's starting to cool down. That wood's nearly burnt already. See how quick that wood's burnt once it's cooked off? Chuck the last of this in. Shouldn't take much more. Cook it. Good thing about a fire like this, you can pretty much just watch it burn down and walk off without putting it out. I'm not a fan of putting fires out, I like to see them burn out. That's handy. Alright, not long gone, and this should be done. Cool down a bit now, and take off again. Just a little bit more oil. What I was going to say about the beer is it tastes really nice, and I usually drink the first beer quick and then don't realise within 15 minutes of drinking one of them beers it's like starting to feel a bit tipsy because it's so strong. I only like to get the good beers like that just before I drink whiskey. So it's like a pre-drink. This is pretty much done. So what I'll do now is when I take the food off, I'll drag the hot plate onto some leaves, let it cool down. If I drag it onto some wood, let it cool down. By the time I'm done eating all that, it's cool enough to take with me. Either use the gloves, pick it up and put it in a bag. So I think it's like a magnesium or other type of steel they use now, instead of the original solid metal, so they cool down quicker. So I think I'll end the video here now. It's going to be the meat. Take the meat off, eat it, let the fire burn out naturally, let the hot plate cool down and then leave, and then someone else can use it. People are coming through these ways all the time, so you build yourself a little fire for them and they've got a ready-made fire. At the start what I did was I cleaned out the fireplace, that way all the old ash is gone, because it would have been too high. It looked like somebody had kicked it, made it and kicked. I'd made it originally, and then somebody's come along and either kicked it all over. And that was the end. Still a bit of blood. In Australia, I've mentioned this in a few videos, we like our meat. The average person likes it. I'd say medium well done, well done. I tend to just flip it over once or twice on each side. That way it cooks the blood inside it. And then that should be pretty much done for me. Chicken, these things like that, they should be cooked straight away, but these ones take longer. corn. That can pretty much stay until you're ready to eat it. So when you just want a rough cook, that's it. And it's not pretty, but yeah, that's it. As far as essentials go, I pretty much mentioned them, cover them. Roll towel was another one. Refresher towels and roll towel. With them you can pretty much do everything. If you forget a towel, you can use them as a towel. Especially if you bring a bulk roll. Refresher towels, you can have a shower with them if you forget showering stuff. You can wash the smoke off you after you've been around the fire. You can clean dishes with them. You can pretty much do anything. But I have left all my camping stuff out in the shed. I just grabbed some stuff from the kitchen. And when I got a bag that's got everything in it, so some stuff I've previously forgot. But that's it. That's roughing it.